Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream today. Let me reset our goal here. One sec. Good to see you. This is a late start. I knew it would be, because I went to bed at 7 a.m. So... it's been a rough night. It's been a little bit of a rough night, but it's fine. There's an echo. Let me fix it. Okay. Lord Conga, thank you for the 60-month resub. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Doug Ald, thank you for subbing. Y2 Ken, thank you for the 25-month resub. Let me turn down the music. I don't think I can hardly hear myself think. Can you hear anything now? I think I made it way too quiet. Now I'm gonna fix this. Okay, how is that? Is that good? Let me reset our sub goal too. Let's just okay, that's fine. All set. Okay. So today, obviously, the embargo has lifted, so I can now talk about the media tour. I can talk about the fact that I was there. Yes, I can finally say
Happy 31 months. Hope you have a fun day.
I was there.
Zepla
Apanui, thank you for the 31-month resub. I really appreciate it. And why should I play this music when actually there's a different music that I could play? I could be playing. Let's try to turn it up. I can barely hear it. I don't know if y'all can. Can you hear that? Hee hee hee. That's a different one. Did you get to talk with Yoshi P? A little bit. Yeah, he was there, and I want to tell you about it, but it's like, it's a whole story that I need to tell. It's this whole thing. It's like a whole saga. Oh, hey, Sly! Love you too, Sly. Bringing Mo alcohol for Fan Fest. I can't wait. I can't wait. I saw Liquid Maximum was at the media tour. I didn't see him. I didn't see him personally. Okay, so I think that what I should do to tell my story is make this a YouTube video. I think that's what I should try to do. I think I'm going to record this like I'm doing a YouTube video. Because I am, I was going to record this separately, actually. I was going to do a separate video off for the main channel. But then I'm like, well, why don't I just tell the story while I'm live and then clip that out and put it on YouTube? So I'm probably going to do that. It was great to have Bourbon with you. It was, Sly. It was so good to finally meet you in person. You're awesome. I did see Zeems. Yes, there's quite a few people that I've seen. Okay, so let me get settled in. I'm here at the FC house on Phoenix. I'm gonna sit down and get comfy over here. If you want to join our FC, you can. We're on Phoenix, and we're also on Primal. The Primal server is Excalibur, of course. Will we see the... Well, let me... Yeah. Okay. Okay. There's not exactly an interview video. It's not exactly like that. So I think what I'm gonna do is put this on full screen. I think I'm gonna go full screen for this one and play. Yeah, if I can. Where's my full screen? But I'm so tired. I am dead ass. I am on my ass because I stayed up till 7 a.m. I have been working on videos constantly for like it feels like weeks I've been doing it. But yeah, okay, let's get comfy here for story time. Okay, big big screen here. Big, where is the big screen? Full face cam YouTube. That's it. Okay. So, everything looking okay? What is this? I think I'll probably record as I'm doing this so that I can cut it immediately after I'm done, and then I'll put it myself on the main channel. I don't normally do this, but I gotta save time because I just haven't had any time. Okay, where to begin? I have been looking forward to telling you this story for so long, so I'm really excited. Okay, maybe first I should finish drinking my coffee, actually. Yeah. I did hear that we were getting chat bubbles, yes. Okay, first I'm gonna finish drinking my coffee. Oh, my ears. Yeah, good point. Oh, crap. Oh, good point. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I need. What I've seen so far was only a couple of thumbnails. That's it. Like as soon as I posted my videos, I put 3 videos up, and that's not all our videos. There's still the Pictomancer video, which is a doozy. It's gigantic because it's twice the size of the Viper video. It's way more complicated. So that one is still being edited as we speak. And I think the Pictomancer video should be out maybe today. I doubt. Maybe in the evening, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But it's in the finishing touches. It's being edited with B-roll right now. So okay, let me drink some more coffee. It's a big one. Yeah, I might. Yeah, honestly, I might drink a. I might go for some Mountain Dew right after the coffee to try to stay alive here. Can't wait for the Picto video. Oh, I put a lot of love into the Picto video, so I really hope that you'll like it. I kind of tried to explain how I understand the job working, and I think it's going to be kind of interesting to see my thought process. Uh, yeah, it might be a double espresso day. True. Your Viper video has me reconsidering things. Oh yeah, I was really shocked to see just how easy Viper is to play because I was actually expecting the reverse. Like I was expecting Viper to be the hard one, the technical one, and then I thought Picto was gonna be Pepega, but actually Picto is super complicated, or at least it seems super complicated at first. It's definitely more complex, it seems to me, and Viper is very straightforward. But Viper is so much fun. It's actually super fun to play. So I'm excited about both for completely different reasons, like opposite reasons. Picto is 5 head. Yeah. Picto seems really 5 head. You'll see from my Picto video, I'm going to completely explain why I thought I go through the whole process of learning it, and I talk about like when I got confused along the way, why I felt some things were like hard to pick up at first, what was tripping me up. And so it's my first time actually making a video where I try to like explain the concepts of a job from the ground up. So I'm curious to see how people will respond to it. Okay. Anywho, it's time for talking about the media tour. Yes. From what I've seen, Pictomancer sounds like pre-Endwalker Summoner in terms of. Yes, it does kind of remind me of that, actually. It does really remind me of that. I think that's completely fair in terms of what needs to happen when, the different phases that you're going through. Yeah, it is reminiscent of that. And you are summoning stuff. You actually have 2 summons, one of which is a FF9 summon, from what I understand. Okay, so full face cam. I hope I don't look as tired as I feel. Oh, hopefully, this is gonna be fine to record. Okay, let me press the record button. What else do I need to have out in front of me? Well, I can edit this down. So it's not okay. I'm recording. Can you hear me? Bop, bop. Yes, all good. All right, so I do have some notes I made so that I can remember what happened. I honestly wish that I had recorded this as soon as I got home. Because it's been like a couple weeks and I do not have a good memory. But I did make notes. Oh crap, where's my notepad? Oh, here it is. I have a notepad that I use to keep track of everything that happened. Okay, so first impressions, Froth Girl emotes. I've covered that video already, so I don't need to do this one. Uh, I wrote down. Oh God, now I'm gonna have to figure out what my notes mean because I wrote down. I was talking about Froth Girl emotes to myself. I'm like, okay, psych is weird. You're slapping your own face. That's true. She does slap her own face for slash psych, which you'll see for my Hrothgar emote video I posted today. Uh, cry epic facepalm. I wrote, Yoshi P is walking around watching everyone take notes on jobs, and I am in G pose, lol. That is true. I did spend a lot of time in G pose. A lot of time in G pose. Yeah, Yoshi P was walking around like a teacher. It was so crazy. Everybody's sitting there like at their computers doing work, and Yoshi P's just like making sure everybody. This is one of the most surreal memories I think of my life. He walks behind me, and I'm like adjusting the lighting in G pose. Anyway, yeah, you can picture it was super crazy. How many people attend this? It didn't feel like there were that many people there. Like it actually felt like classroom size because I think that we went into like there was 2 days of media tour. So there was one day where half of us went, and the next day, the other half of people went. So they set it up that way so that it didn't feel like there was a ton of people in the room at a time, if that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so let me try to do an intro for this YouTube video. This is gonna be so chaotic because normally stream is way more chaotic than YouTube. Hey Buns, so yes, I went to the media tour in LA and so glad I can finally tell you that. I finally have a time for story time to let you know everything that happened at the media tour. I have been busting at the seams, unable to say anything. So for the past couple weeks. Um, where do I start? This video. Yes, you're part of the recording process. I'm doing two birds with one stone. Uh, okay, let me get my pics. Yes. Uh, my iCloud photos. Y'all are gonna see just how chaotic my recording process usually is. You don't see all the ADHD that gets cut out in a video. Okay. I'm scrolling through my photos gallery looking for the beginning of the media tour photos, and it's just like I have to scroll through so many pictures of Sunday that I've downloaded to my to my phone. It's like is that literally all I do? I'm scrolling and scrolling, and it's just like downloads of so many downloads of Sunday from Starreal on my. Yeah, you're gonna see. Uh, okay. Crap. It's like it's not working actually. This not good. It's like Okay, I see a picture. Okay, I found it. Okay, I found it. Oh, I see lots of feet pics. What? Oh yeah, I posted feet pics. Oh, that's right. We gotta edit that out. Cut that out. Okay, let's start at the beginning. Hee hee. At the airport. Okay, that's good. At the airport. Snipping tool. Okay. This is a really boring picture of the airport, but let's start somewhere. Okay, I was at New Orleans airport and I took a picture here. Why? Why did I take a picture here? Okay. I think I remember why. Oh, I remember why. Okay. I'm gonna start over. You got Zeno's recordings? What? What? Uh, Preach said you were very brave to put feet pic on Twitter. Yeah, we'll get to that. I'll get to that in a little bit. Okay, are we good? All right, I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna re-record my intro here. Uh, okay. It's gonna be so scuffed. Well, it's gonna seem scuffed on stream, but on the video, you'll be like, "Oh my God, that was so like snappy." And she didn't get off track at all. Insane. Yeah, this is take two. Okay. Hey Buns, so yes, I went to the media tour in LA and I can finally tell you that. I have been wanting to tell you this story for several weeks and I can finally tell you the whole story. Let's go. Okay, so it all started with, let's start with the beginning. Let's start with the airport. So at the airport, and I did tweet about this. I went to New Orleans airport and I tweeted about how when I was going through airport security, the lady there, like I got flagged and she had to wand me down. You know, TSA lady had to wand me down. And she's like, what? She's like, why are you going off like this? Like, she was mad at me because it's going off. And I'm like, oh, well, it's because I have a bra that zips up at the front. And she's like, no, why are you coming to the airport wearing something like that? And you know better too. You look like you travel. And I'm like, oh, what? Yeah. I'm like, there's no way I look like I travel. So I walk off, I sit down, and I look down at my shirt and I see I have a Roswell t-shirt on. It's got like aliens in the car that are like, yay. So and then I'm like, okay, actually, good point. Okay, I do look like I travel, and I do travel, and I did know better. But anyway, so that's how it started at the airport. Then I think I almost missed my flight in the airport because I was dicking around in the in a gift shop nearby. I was in various gift shops because I heard that it was Zeem's birthday, and I love birthdays. I'm a big birthday enthusiast. And so I made sure to get him a couple of things for his birthday. I got Zeems some alligator socks, and I also got him some New Orleans praline, which is basically like I don't want to say it's kind of like a cookie, but not really. It's like a cookie, but imagine that instead of the cookie part, it's just made out of pure sugar. It's like crystallized brown sugar. And instead of the chocolate chips, it's pecans. But that's that's a New Orleans specialty. So I had to get something for his niece because I heard it was his birthday. And the other thing, I think I posted this picture of myself where I was almost late to my flight because I was really thinking if that I needed these sunglasses. Um, I was like, I might need these sunglasses. I feel like they're me. It says feeling festy on it, and there's like a Louisiana on it, and I just thought it was cute. I did not end up getting it because they were $35. So, yeah, I decided to not go with that. So apart from that, oh, wait a second. So expensive. Imagine paying $35 for sunglasses. That's crazy. Okay, and then what else happened on the airport slash plane? On the plane ride to LA, I watched the movie Raya and the Last Dragon, and it was terrible. It was so bad. It was one of the worst Disney movies I've ever seen. And I watched it because it was actually so bad that it was entertaining. And it was visually stunning. It was a really beautiful movie. I know people don't care about this, but it's part of the story. I always like to watch the animated films when I'm on a plane. But it was quite horrible. Beautiful, beautiful to look at and horrible plot. Yes. Hey Zeps, I'm sorry to bother, but I just wanted to say thank you for providing YouTube videos on MMO stuff. Oh my goodness. Really helps keep awareness of things memey or serious on it. Oh wow, thank you so much for watching my videos. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. So then afterwards, I think that I got into LA pretty late. And because of that, I couldn't really meet up with anybody for dinner that first night. I think I got in on like a Tuesday night and it was like it was super late. Everybody was already out or done with stuff for the day. Oh no, wait, that's not right. Okay, wait, actually remember why I didn't meet up with anyone. Okay, I remember what happened. That's not true. But it was kind of true, but actually what happened was I my priority on arriving in LA was getting my nails done, getting my pedicure. This was to me the absolute most important thing that needed to happen. So I did not meet anyone after I arrived in LA because I needed to go straight to the nail salon and get pedicure because I was wearing sandals. Now, I was under the impression that it was going to be hot in LA. I dressed for Florida weather out there and it was cold as hell. I was cold every single day out there. I forgot what it was like to be cold. It sucked. And oh, but here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. I posted a picture of my pedicure after it was done on Twitter. Let me find I don't need to find it right now. You can find it. I'm not gonna go hunt down the feet. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I should. You know what? Maybe I should show it after. You know what? Am I allowed to do that on Twitch? Can I show a feet pic on Twitch? Mm, I think I can. Let me Google it. Can you show a foot pic on Twitch? No, you can't. No, you can't. Okay, well, anyway, you just have to imagine. You just have to use your imagination. And posting a feet pic, I just wanted to show the cute design because I got bunnies painted on my toenails that I thought was very cute. And hold on. Yep. Where is my crap? Anyway, so I went to the nail salon and my feet were, how can I put this? Very injured, like had a lot of injuries and calluses and crazy stuff going on with my feet because I tend to be pretty rough when I'm running around and doing things. I'm not a delicate person. I'm bumping into crap all the time. I'm just like constantly injuring myself. Okay, I don't know. I've just always kind of been like that. I'm I'm roughhousing a lot. Okay. I also walk a lot. I do a lot of hiking, and I sat down in the nail salon, and the lady's like, "Oh, why your feet? What's so many? What's going on with your feet?" And I for some reason I panicked, and I'm like, sports." She's like, "Sports?" Wha- And I don't know what was going through my head. I'm like, "Yeah, sports, kicking and running." The kicking and she's like, "Okay, okay." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sporty." Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea why I said that. It kind of reminded me of there's a Seinfeld episode where George gets a massage and um the massage therapist asks him like how he has like why his muscles are tight or whatever, and he freaks out and he's just like, "Korea." He just panics in the moment. It's like, "Korea." Hamstring. That was me in the nail salon. I don't know why. I've had pedicures before. I don't know why I panicked all of a sudden. But anyway, so I posted a foot pic on Twitter, and then I have received some DMs since doing that. So it's questionable. It is questionable whether I've decided to do that. But someone was like, "You have really nice feet. Thanks for posting them." Yeah. And you know what? I mean, it's kind of a compliment. It's kind of a compliment. It's not the worst thing that I've seen in my Twitter DMs by a long shot. It's like as far as my Twitter DMs go, that's like very polite. That's one of the nicer messages I have received. Anyway, so enough about the feet. The other thing, oh, this is the other thing about uh being cold in LA because I thought that it was going to be hot in LA. And how do I even go about telling you this? So I, okay, here's something about me. Something about me is that I need to use clinical deodorant. Okay, I have to buy the clinical type of deodorant from the store. And if I don't use the clinical type of deodorant, then I smell really bad because for some reason, it's like if I get stressed or if I get excited, my body is like a skunk and like just starts releasing the stinkiest smells you have ever smelled in your whole life. And it's like very pungent. Okay. And I uh I actually forgot my deodorant at home. And this is something that I discovered when I was on the plane to LA. Now, yes. So the other thing, so I had on this hoodie. I had I had on this hoodie and it's really cute. It's my cute bunny hoodie. And unfortunately, because of my situation with my BO on the plane, it actually this became unusable. This became something that I could no longer wear to my horror and shock on the plane. Sorry to the guy who was sitting next to me on the plane. But I land in LA and I'm thinking, okay, the first thing I need to do is pedicure, and then the next thing I need to do is urgently find deodorant, like clinical strength deodorant before the media tour tomorrow because I don't want, oh my God, like I don't want to go to the media tour and everyone's gonna think I'm stinky. So, I looking around the hotel, the Uber is super expensive in LA, so I didn't want to take an Uber anywhere, but there was a market right next to the hotel that had it was a Japanese market. So I took some pictures of this and I want to show you because it was super, super cool. Uh, I took a bunch of pictures of in there. Why did I take a picture of the what? What the hell? Okay. I'm looking at the pictures I took to show you how cool this Japanese market is. Why did I take a picture of cat treats? I do not know. That's not any store has cat treats. There's got to be a better. I must have taken other pictures besides that. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Okay. I'll just show you a screenshot. We don't need to do this. Man, this is not good pictures that I took. Uh, this is not a good pic, right? It's spongy bread that they sold there. Okay, you know what? Forget about it. It was a really cool Japanese market, and it had these. Oh, this is actually what I do want to show you. Okay, yeah. I found these things in the market, and I lived on these things pretty much the whole time I was there. I ate all of it. Okay, look. This stuff is like the cake of the gods. I am obsessed with this stuff. I found it in there and I decided to try it. This matcha spongy cake. Holy crap. I went hard on these things and um I ate these for like a snack. I ate it for breakfast. I ate it before I would leave. Like I was just I was not holding it back at all with these matcha cakes. I'm glad there's not one of these shops near me, because I was losing it on the matcha. Oh, that's the other thing. I bought socks. There. Here's what I can do. I can do a full screen, and that way you can see my video. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Um, yeah, so I thought it was really cute. They had all these socks. I ended up buying the bunny socks in 3 different kinds of bunny socks. I bought the pink ones, the blue ones. And by the way, I went to this shop to get deodorant, don't forget. Okay, that's the reason I'm there. And so far we've bought 3 different kinds of bunny socks and we've bought matcha cakes from the Japanese stuff. Because apparently this is Little Tokyo um in LA is where the hotel was situated at. Um oh yeah, I can just flip through this now that I have a way to easily show you what was in the shop. This is gonna be easier. Okay, I'm just gonna show you a bunch of these videos. Okay, yeah, so this was the buns that I see. I love buns. What can I say? I did not buy these. I was tempted, but I did have some self-control. I'm like, crap, if I'm gonna eat all these matcha cakes, I better not buy all these buns too. Like, I gotta watch my own buns. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, but then I realized that there is not. Oh my God, this was a crazy thing. Let me show you this too. Look what they had. Look what they had in the shop. What is going on here? This is garlic. So I don't understand why there's garlic in this aisle. Do you guys know what's going on? They have stuff for your back and it's like a health aisle, but they have garlic on there. Like, what am I supposed to do? You rub the garlic on your back? It's black garlic prepared. What's the prepared to do? You don't eat it? This is so crazy. I don't know. Okay. So, next thing was, hmm, why do I hear that? Because I need to mute it. Okay. Was there anything else I want to tell you about that? Oh yeah. Okay. So the whole reason I went to that shop was because I was trying to get the clinical deodorant, but they don't sell any deodorant in the Japanese shop. I don't know why. Like, is that just, do they have some other way of dealing with body odor? Are they not as stinky? Like, what's happening? I could not find any deodorant in the shop. And I only found one kind of deodorant that they sold, and it's this right here. Well, it's flipped, but it's for men. It's like the most manliest smelling deodorant I have ever seen. And but I'm like, it's for sports and it's for men. This is probably gonna work. This is probably as good as I'm gonna find. So obviously I had to buy my options are okay, I'm either gonna stink or I'm gonna smell like a man. I would rather smell like a man. So I had to wear this deodorant. Yeah. Uh I had to wear this deodorant the whole time that I was there. I hope that nobody noticed, but then again, so let's oh, okay. So that was that everything that happened that first day. So far I haven't interacted with anybody else. I have only gone to the Japanese market to get deodorant. I have gone to get my toenails done. And oh yeah, okay, so the other thing that I did was it was really late. So by the time I'm done with all of that, oh no, there was one other thing that I did. I remember. I want to show you. This is like show and tell. Okay, we haven't even gotten to the good part yet. This is all preface, but it's part of it. You know, it's the story of the trip, things that are notable. So then I'm like, okay, I've solved the problem of the deodorant, but now I still have a problem of not having a hoodie to wear because I'm freezing cold and I had only t-shirts and shorts to wear because I thought it was going to be like Florida, but it's not like Florida. And so yeah, I couldn't wear this because it was so stinky from me wearing it on the plane without deodorant on. So I'm like, I've got to find a hoodie somewhere. So I'm looking all over this Japanese market for the hoodies, and nobody's selling any hoodies either. But I went into this Japanese store. It was like Japanese culture enthusiast store. And I did end up buying some stuff that was pretty useful in the media tour. So I got these pens, which are so cute. You see this? I got these pens to help me take notes while I was at the tour. And I also got this notepad, which honestly is so helpful. I really needed it. I'm really glad I got the notepad to help me remember what has happened at the tour. It's a little cinema roll notepad. So yeah, I was using my I'm sitting there at the tour like writing with my flowers on my cinema roll notepad. And I'm really glad I had this because you're gonna see me reading from this notepad pretty much a lot of the times to remind myself what happened. But yeah, I did leave with that, but I didn't leave with any hoodie. So I continued to be freezing my buns off. Whole time I was in LA, the entire time it was cold, constantly. So then after that, been to the Japanese market. At that point, everything is closing. It's like 11 or 12 at night. And I was really hungry. And everybody else was already out, like doing stuff, like far away. I think Todd, I wrote them, and I think they were out in Santa Monica or something. They were all really far, like Zeeves and Todd and Arthur's, they were all like really far away at that point. And so it's late at night. It's LA downtown, and I'm thinking I should walk by myself down the street to find food. Yeah, let me tell you, this was one of the most terrifying 5 minutes of my life. Yeah, it was truly scary, but I was very, very hungry, and I knew that there was a ramen shop like just a little bit farther away. But I felt super scared because there was almost nobody around. There wasn't like a lot of people on the street to look around, but there was people sleeping on the sidewalk that I had to step around, and there was like alcohol, broken bottles everywhere, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I walked for 2 minutes. Should I like all my instincts and alarm bells are telling me to go back. Just eat your matcha cake and go back. But I decided to just keep walking because I really, really wanted the ramen. I'm like, okay, I made it this far. I just, I think I can just keep it. I can just keep on keeping on. I'll just walk faster. Nothing's gonna happen to me this one time. Like I'm overreacting. I'm overreacting. Like I'm just imagining stuff. But it was really scary. And then I was thinking that night, I'm a pretty extroverted person, you know? And on my way to the ramen shop, I'm thinking maybe I'll meet some new people and maybe I'll go to the karaoke bar. Yeah. My plan is okay, I am gonna go get some food and then I'm gonna go to the karaoke bar and I'm gonna go meet people, random people. It's gonna be crazy. That was my plan at first. But I got to the ramen shop, and let me just show you a picture of where I was at. Let me show you a picture of what they gave me, and I think this is all going to start to make sense. I had the vegan ramen, of course. Uh, oh, and I was sitting like right in front of a slightly open door, and the door had a cool wind blowing in, and then they put down this piping hot bowl of like amazing ramen with the homemade noodles, and it smelled so good, and the picture just doesn't do it justice of the smoke that was coming off of it and how it was so warming with the cold air at my back. And this was so, so amazing. Like it was absolutely worth feeling like I was about to be murdered to get the ramen. Like I felt I was absolutely rewarded. Um, and after I ate this ramen, I did not want to go anywhere. I was like, I'm done. I'm going to bed. I'm not going to karaoke. What the hell? I'm not doing any of that shit. I'm going to sleep. I was so cozy. So that was the first night for me, basically. I went back. Yeah, the murder ramen. I made it. I ate it and I got back to the hotel and cold but not stinky. Now I have the sport deodorant. Well, I guess I do need the sport deodorant since I do sports apparently. I do lots of kicking and running. Apparently that's what I'm doing. So I guess that's exactly what I needed. Now, the next thing that happened, is the following morning. It's time to go, and Okay, one second. One second. I drink some coffee. Okay. I might need to get some water too. Okay, I'll be right back. The big day. Yeah. Did I mute myself? Can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me. Okay, so the next morning, it's time to go. It's the big day. And I'm so proud of myself because I'm like ready to go downstairs. I'm way ahead of time. And I sit down for like 2 seconds and then I remember, oh my God, I forgot my phone. And then I go back upstairs and then I got distracted. And Arthur's and I, like, I would say Arthur's is a pretty good friend. And I know that Arthur's knows me pretty well at this point because let me just show you what the text I got from him uh that morning. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is the first text that I get. Oh, can you see this? Oh no, did it broke it? Dang it. Dang it. What? Man, that's annoying. Okay, well, what I'll do is. Did he know a guy again? Maybe? Crap. Okay, well, whatever. I'll just read it. Anyway, okay, so that morning I'm upstairs. It's almost time for the bus to arrive, and I get a text from Arthur's, well, message on Discord, and he's like, "Yo, where are you? The bus is leaving." I'm like, why always gotta be like this? Why do I always gotta be like this? Every time. Even this time, I really made an effort to be there on time, and Arthur, he knows. He knew. And by the way, the bus wasn't leaving, but he knew what he needed to write me to make sure that I made it downstairs before the bus actually got there. So I see this message and I'm like, oh crap, ADHD panic. And, grab everything. I rush downstairs. And at this point, I am spinning. I'll tell you why. Because at the Japanese market the night before, there was another thing that I bought coffee. I bought a gigantic bottle of this coffee that they sell there. It's huge. And I definitely underestimated how much coffee they put in that bottle of cold coffee. Because in that morning, I had chugged like all of it before I even got downstairs. And I was bouncing off the walls when I met everybody. I was like, oh my God, it's so exciting to see everyone. Oh my God, it's so good to see you. Oh my God, I was so excited for Dawn Trail today. Hey, Zeems, is your birthday? I got you a present for your birthday. I hope you're excited to get it. Hey, Arthur's. Like, I was probably so fucking annoying. I was probably very annoying to everybody. But I was also very excited. So there's a combination of coffee plus um being excited for the media tour event. And so then we get on the bus, we get there, we look out the bus windows, and someone who's familiar with LA is like, hmm, this is Skid Row. Wait, is this our stop? And I'm like, what? He says, yeah, oh my God, we're stopping here. This is it. We're in Skid Row. It's true. We did stop at Skid Row. And yes, that was our stop. Yes. So we stop at this building and it's like it looks like a giant like a fortress kind of. It definitely looks like a secure facility. And we get out and they're like the people are like, hey, don't wander off. Stay in the line and just go straight into the building. Do not wander away. Don't go over there. Don't go over here. Just go directly into the building that we have set up for the event today. Yeah. So be careful. So we did. We went in, and let me tell you, it was absolutely gorgeous venue that they had set up for the event. Let me see if I can get some pictures for you. It was beautiful. Oh, I do have a video. I walk into the event venue. First, let me show you a pic the video if I can. Mm, what am I even doing in this? What in the hell? What the? Oh my God. Oh yeah. Why was I doing this? Okay, let me show you. So they set up the venue to be Dawn Trail themed, and they had these fake tacos on the podium over there. And the first thing I did was start doing this to take pictures. I thought this would be funny. I don't know why I'm doing this. I do not know I'm just. What is even going on? I can't put it in my mouth. Okay. Anyway, you can kind of see the venue behind me. Oh my God, what? This is all. Am I? Who's he? Am I bun supervised? Oh my God. Oh, oh God. And now I've got the. I forgot I did this. Okay. Oh my God. It's not this is all plastic. Okay. The taco is plastic and the pina colada is also made out of plastic. So I'm just messing around right now. I don't know what I was doing. Um anyway, uh I think I did get caught doing this by people. Oh yeah, so first thing when I walked in I saw Jesse Cox there, and that was really exciting because I'm a big fan of Jesse Cox, and he's actually been on the Buncast before. I got a chance to talk to him before, and I was just like kind of fangirling because I'm such a big fan, and so it was really cool to see Jesse Cox. I'm like, I think I walked into the venue, and the first thing I say is like, "Is that Jesse Cox?" Ran up to him and gave him a hug. So it was a little intense. Remember, I was spinning on coffee that morning as well. Oh, and then Jesse's like, would they give us our numbers, seat number of where we're gonna sit, and that's when I find out I'm gonna get to sit next to Jesse Cox for the event, and I was so excited. I'm like, oh wow, I'm gonna get to sit next to you, Jesse. Thankfully, I did calm down, so I didn't drive him insane during the event. Hopefully, but I was so hyped. Okay, what? What in the okay. Next thing. some of my videos didn't load, so I need a second for them to like for iCloud to access some of these photos. Here. I bet you touch the try me buttons in toys when wandering around the toy aisle. Yes, I do. That is correct. That is completely correct. Yeah, I am definitely the type to do that. Uh okay, hold on. There's like maybe I can look at it on my phone. Oh, I'm gonna see what is the missing photos that is not showing up on iCloud. I need 2 seconds. Mm, let me see. Okay, so the tacos. Oh, okay. It was just some pictures of some of the merch that they have. Okay, that's not a very big deal. Okay, and here is a picture of. I can just show you. I can do a Yoshi P and show you on my phone. The food. So this is the food that they had there for breakfast. It was some cinnamon buns. It was just a bunch of croissants and cinnamon buns. I ate a cinnamon bun. There's also bread at the top as decoration. These are not rocks. It's actually bread, I'm pretty sure. I think it's bread. It looked like bread. Well, anyway, um, there was like these cardboard things of different characters. I took a picture of a Stinian, and then they also had these drinks there. They had these specialty drinks at the event. So they had a drink menu that's like Pictomancer, Viper, and Dawn Trail. Okay, and these are mocktails. They're not real. They're not alcohol in them. So the green one was Viper. The orange one was Dawn Trail, and then uh, there was that one was Picto, and Picto tasted like water. It wasn't that good. The Viper one kind of tasted like medicine, so I wasn't really a fan of that one either. But the Dawn Trail one, the Dawn Trail ones were so freaking good and sugary, and I went hard on these. And you know who else went hard on these? Zeems. Like we were chugging these things because it was like an infinite amount. So I was getting up and I was getting another one of these. I felt like every half hour or something, and so was Zeems. Like we were blasting through the Dawn Trail mocktails, and I felt like the guy, there was people working this bar, and they're just constantly having to make more. We were going wild on the Dawn Trail ones because it was really good. Yeah, we were both on the sugar rush while there. Then something extremely exciting happened. Something extremely hype and exciting happened. And that was that Yoshi P appeared. Yoshi P appeared and started taking pictures with people. And some people were asking him questions. Like I think Todd was able to ask him some questions, and Arthars was asking him questions. I think Zeems, a bunch of people were asking him questions, and he was taking his time with people. I did not think that I would get an opportunity to talk to Yoshi P, so I didn't prepare any questions. And with Yoshi P right there in front of me, I just kind of started to freak out. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, he's answering everybody's questions. I need to come up with a question right now. I've got to come up with a question. I've got to come up with a good question. And Todd's like, hey, you better come up with a question to ask Yoshi P. And I'm like, oh my God, I really need a question. But I'm freaking out. Actually, I think this picture says it all. Yes. Look at Yoshi P's face. He's so entertained by the by my behavior. Like I was so he was laughing his ass off when I was there because he's just like, "Are you serious? Can you not be normal for like the 5 seconds for us to take a picture?" And there's so many pictures like this. Okay, here's another one. At least I got some really good pics. Oh yeah, so here's a picture of Yoshi P when I'm freaking out and shy. Like I'm about to walk up to him and he sees me acting like this. Okay. Oh, I have more. It reminds me of my interview with him because it was exactly like this. Yeah, look at this. He is just like very entertained. He's a very good-natured person and oh my God, why am I like this? This picture. I am losing it. I could not act normal at all around Yoshi P. Everybody else is like, so Yoshi P, can you tell us about your plans for Dawn Trail and all of you wanted to add more large scale group content to the game. And I'm like, so I needed to come prepared with questions. Next time I will have my own questions. Uh, for him before I see him in person because my brain completely stopped working. I was completely giggly fangirl there. Yeah. But I did get to hug Yoshi P and that was awesome. It was really awesome. So that's what matters to me. Okay. And then after that, let me see what other because my iCloud photos just stopped loading. I don't know why. It's scuffed. Okay. Okay, now here's where my notes come into play. So then I went to the computer, sat down, and started getting into the build. My footage was kind of like not that good quality, and I tried to ask them to help me improve the quality of the footage, but they weren't able to. I think just because they didn't want to break it, you know. So then I start taking notes and looking at the game. So I did set a plan for myself for what I wanted to look at with the tour. I knew that I needed a plan. So my plan was Froth Girl emotes, first of all, job armors, and looking at the 2 dye channels, seeing how 2 dyes affect every single job armor because that's interesting to me. So basically, half the time in G pose. And then after that, I was going to spend half of my time that would be remaining on Pictomancer and the other half on Viper. Yeah. So I have already released my video, Roth Girl emotes and the job armors, and I've already released the Viper first impressions video. The Pictomancer video is still being edited, but it's going to be ready to go probably later tonight or tomorrow. I already told you, I talked about this before, but for people that might be coming in late, Yoshi P was walking around watching everybody on the computers. It felt just like he was a teacher walking around the classroom, seeing what we're doing. And everybody else is taking notes on jobs and testing the jobs. And I was literally sitting there in G pose for half of my time. Yeah. No regrets though. I talked about, okay, these are notes for myself about like Croth Girl emotes. I said, Bun Girl in game looks great. I forgot what I wrote here. I feel like she looks more fierce in a good way. I was surprised holding Picto weapons, like, looks ready to kick ass. Picto weapons look heroic, actually! Exclamation point. Okay. Picto, smudge dash, super cool, surfing on paint. Warrior job gear, so sexy. This is fun. Two dyes. Jet black is not black enough. Many times dark purple is looking darker. Hmm. Without much difference between gunmetal black and jet black. A good point. Okay, and then I do have some footage to show you here. That I can show you right now to give you a visual to what I'm saying. 'Cause this is really cool. I can actually show you this footage now. Yes. Looking around town. Footage. One sec. Okay. Can you see this? Yeah, you can. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think this particular video has any audio to it, but yeah, I started just kind of looking around at the area because first thing that was striking, I think, was the aetherite being so shiny and glistening in a way that I've never seen aetherite do before because of the graphics update. It's also so colorful and so beautiful everywhere you look. Um, I also think I ran into some NPCs that were particularly striking. Oh, there was a person. Someone else was out there doing G-pose. Yeah, it's so pretty. It's like you do not need any shaders for this. Wow. So nice. Let me take you to, oh yeah, so these Memulja guys looking better than ever. There was oh yeah, this NPC, like the Hewer's looking a little different. This Hrothgar had eyes that like his eyes seemed like glassy. That was strange. I don't know if y'all can see that in this footage, but different times of day in Tulialal, I think is the name. It's hard for me to remember how to say it. Oh yeah, there's an NPC that I thought was pretty good looking. Random NPCs. It was cool to see like how do these models actually look in the game. Was it similar size to Charlian? I didn't explore that much, I felt, but it felt similar, I think. Okay, and this was yeah, I was looking at the two dye channels, which I've already covered in that video, but you can see that you can set like favorite dyes and automatically apply the dyes you've chosen to the entire outfit, which is really cool. And yeah, this was the video that I've already released this, but I just wanted to show y'all some of the looking around the town part that I was doing. Okay. What else? Yeah, the Mamulja I mentioned. I have some notes for myself about the job armors, which I don't need to cover because I already released that video. Oh, nail polish smiley face. There's a bunch of the job armors that actually have nail polish as part of the armor that you can change the color of the nail polish by changing one of the dye channels of the armor. I think that's the case for Black Mage, for example, and several others, which I quite enjoyed. Okay, then I have some Picto notes for myself, which I'll talk about in just a second. Okay. I also overheard some people saying things, which I wrote down. With my bun ears, I could hear people say things like, The Reaper burst is more tight, so you need to play well for it to work. Hmm? Dark Knight more fun. The Great Nebula is insane. I was just, being eavesdropping a little bit some of this stuff. Because I haven't looked at all the other jobs yet. That was not my priority being there. I knew I wouldn't have time to do that, plus the other things that I wanted to do. We had very limited time. And so, okay. Uh, Reaper, more button, job feels more complete. I heard people saying a lot of good things about Reaper. Also, Red Mage, lots of procs, lots to press. Got to play more reactively, more difficult, more fun with Red Mage comments I've heard. Uh, okay. That's all the little comments I wrote down from people I was listening to. Okay. Then I saw one sec. Oh, okay. Fixing all my overlays and things that I have here. I remember I ran into Midna there at the media tour, and I was just, chatting with her and different people. And for some reason, I told Midna this whole story about being stinky. Like, I do not know why I did this, but I'm like, oh my God, I'm so cold in here, and I can't wear my hoodie that I brought with me to LA because it's so stinky. It's so stinky because I forgot my deodorant. But I did buy a new deodorant, and I smell like a man now. I was a sports man deodorant. I was telling her all this, and she was laughing. And I don't know why. I'm an open book. I just say everything to people. I think that was my first conversation with her ever. um, I was sitting. Of course, I had Jesse Cox to my left. Llama Todd to my right. I had Arthars in front of me. Quasi was over there, and Zeems was over there. So we had the dream team. It was awesome. I was really happy. I got to sit by all these cool people. That was super exciting for me. Um, I ended up spending, and I talked about this a little bit in the video. I spent not very much time figuring out Viper. It was really, really straightforward and easy for me to figure out. I already posted the Viper first impressions where I talk about all of that, so I don't need to go over this right now. But I was surprised just how easily everything clicks together, and you are off to the races. I mentioned this in the video. That's like it feels like the first smart job where because the combos will light up depending on what you need, like depending on what is optimal for you to press at a given time. And it's actually extremely fun. I love how fluid it is and how fast it is. So I had a good time on Viper. I look back at my footage here, and I can see I have about 1 hour of Viper footage, which included like me learning and doing a dungeon. And then I look at my Pictomancer footage, which is 2.5 hours. Yeah. So it took me twice. I spent twice as much time on Pictomancer, and I also my video about Pictomancer is still in the works because it's twice as long. It's 2 times as big. It's way more complex. So you'll just have to look forward to that Pictomancer video to get my full opinions on it. But even though it is more complex, I still really am excited about it. But I struggled a lot with learning it at the media tour. I was really I had to try very, very hard to think. And I was asking people around me, I'm like, do y'all understand Picto? Like, do you understand how all this works? Like, when am I supposed to use the hammer? When am I supposed to use the Moogle blast? It doesn't make any sense when these things go together. Um, So in the beginning, it felt like very rough to learn, but now that I understand how to play reasonably well, um, it's better. But it was really scary in the beginning. That was a big shock to a lot of us. The Pictomancer video will be out either later today or tomorrow. What else happened? Okay. Other than Picto stuff, I think. Mm, okay, yeah, about other stuff that happened at the venue. So, there was not a lot of food that I could actually eat because they gave us, for the lunch, there was rice, there was like beef empanadas, and there was beef something else. No, I don't eat that. I don't eat beef. I only eat seafood. I'm like, I try to eat plant-based as much as I can, but I guess I'm pescatarian pretty much. That's the easiest way. So I'll eat seafood and like vegetarian stuff. So I ended up eating rice and salad, but that was fine because I had already eaten a lot of those mochi cakes in the morning at my hotel room. And I was also like, coffee makes you less hungry, and I was still spinning from that coffee. Um, then later on, they gave us chips and dip. There was chips and dip there. There was like chips and some different kinds of salsa, and there was a cheese dip. Cheese dip was like kind of, it was fine. It was okay. And I'm eating it and I'm thinking, this is fine. No. This isn't a life-changing cheese dip. It's just a cheese dip. And then someone walks up next to me and they eat some cheese dip and they say, this cheese dip is not good to me. And I say, hmm, I'm thinking about this. And then Zeems walks up and Zeems eats some cheese dip. And he's like, oh yeah, this cheese dip's great. We both looked at each other and started laughing. He's like, oh, this is great. Made me laugh. And then yeah, so there was not a whole lot I could eat at the event, honestly, but that was fine. I think that's, oh yeah, okay, so then the next major thing after we spent all day testing, and like I said, the results of that testing is on gonna be on the YouTube videos, first impressions videos for me. God, I'm coughing a lot. Oh. Um, then later in the day, there was a Q&A. There was the Q&A. Now let me tell you about the Q&A. The Q&A was something I will never forget for as long as I live. I will never, ever, ever forget it. Maybe I don't know, maybe some people have already heard about what happened at the Q&A. Okay, so I don't think that they gave us the slides like the Q&A, but I took notes of what people asked and what was said. So I'm sure that there's better journalists that have actually written down all the questions and answers that people gave, but I'm just going to tell you based on what I wrote down and what I remember the most. So the first question that someone had asked was, it was about the improved rewards that they had promised for Dawn Trail. They were like, well, what kind of rewards are you even talking about? Because they promised us improved rewards, but what does that mean? Does that mean, it can mean anything. And they said that it could be minions, mounts, gear, and the gear could be maybe not max item level, but mid ranges, is what Yoshi said. Said to wait for 7.1 for more information about that, and then they're going to increase. But in general, they're going to increase the number of gear, the amount of gear that drops, and so everybody seems satisfied with that. One thing I will say about this Q&A is that it felt like all hard questions. Sometimes we have Q&As where it feel like they just pick out the easy ones, but this time maybe it's because all the people submitting questions are content creators and people who are really invested, that Yoshi P answered a lot of difficult questions only. It was hardball after hardball. So another question asked was about how everybody travels to Ether for the party finder and they asked about region PF. And they had also asked, I want to say it was Lamatad who asked this question, but don't quote me on that. And they asked about, can we have an updated friends list, like Steam friends or BattleNet friends, like Blizzard has? And Yoshipi said that obviously it would be good to have the improved friends list, but that it would take 2 to 3 years of work for that to happen. And so he said, maybe another innovative solution we can look into for improving this problem. Because he said, yeah, we are well aware that everybody is traveling to Ether to do their party finder. We can see this problem and they want to fix it, but they need to come up with a creative solution. Because he said something like, oh, well, with Steam and Blizzard, they have the whole company working on this problem of the friends list, and we just like we for us it's going to take years to fix it and update it. So I don't know. He said they're going to work on this because they can recognize that it is an issue, which I appreciate. He did say that they had to focus on blacklist improvements first, which they did for Dawn Trail, and that's totally valid. They did amazing improvements to the blacklist, and so I'm pretty happy with that. And because of that, I think it's fair that like this kind of problem got delayed for them to try to solve. The next question asked was, can we get more stills? Oh, I wrote this question. That's my question. I forgot my own question. So my question was that actually got answered was, can we get more skills available for low-level players as has been done in the past? This was a question about, a lot of times low-level jobs can feel boring, like there isn't enough buttons to press and not enough to do. Can we do that? And I had also wrote on my question when I submitted it, also, can you fix the MOG station? But unfortunately, that part of my question got cut before Yoshi P would answer. But anyway, Yoshi P said that they did check the distribution of skills. He said, I don't know if we've done enough at low levels, though. He said that we are actively listening to feedback on this. So if you feel like there's a job that is kind of sucks at low levels, then you should share that feedback with them on the forums, or I guess I'll make a video about that. That's a video that I'm gonna make. He said they do worry about bloated buttons though. And he said, well, if you learn a lot at a lower level, what will you learn at higher level? Well, then what's the purpose of leveling, right? Well, I agree. I agree on that sentiment, and I see that that's something that they need to work around as developers. But I do think that everybody should have access to a couple of basic things at low level. I think everybody should have like an AOE, an OGCD maybe. That's kind of it. We don't need to have you learn the entire rotation at low level. Just some basic stuff that everyone should have. Anyways, what else did he say? Don't want to be like... Okay, he just said that there's many considerations and that they're listening. Oh, here's the next question. This question was crazy. Okay, so somebody asked Yoshi P, what quests should we do before Dawn Trail for lore? Like, to get ready for Dawn Trail lore, what quest should we do? And Yoshi P said some crazy stuff. He said, new Alliance raid, Myths of the Realm, you should do. And here's the other thing he said that I did not see coming. He said, can you name all the 14 seeds of the convocation? What? He said that. He actually said that. Yes. So anyway, next question. Yeah, that's all he could say, obviously. Um, one thing okay, I don't know what this question was about that got him to talk about this. I think he was just talking about the story overall and like what they want to do with the story when they're writing it. And he said, sometimes there's sad news in the real world, and we want to focus on relationships between people. Your motivation to play might be different from others, but you can take a story and depict different values and depict like people coming to a mutual understanding. And if people see that, then it's going to brighten our future as well. That was really sweet. I really appreciated that. That was a really nice thing that he said, and I agree that is what FF14 usually does. It shows like a peek into a better world, That is nice. Um, next thing, I wrote exciting battles. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know what that's about. Oh, I think that he had said, oh, he also added, there will also be exciting battles. Okay. Okay, cool. Um, someone had asked the question about how there are going to be 6 melee DPS, and we have striking, scouting, and maiming melee DPS. And the question was about how some use skill speed materia, and then there's slaying and aiming right side accessories, and it's becoming kind of a mess. It's like a lot in your inventory, and the person had asked about consolidating materia or melee gear sets. Now, this question actually ended up being a huge, like, this got Yoshi P off on this crazy tangent that ended up being very, very interesting. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is the part that made this Q&A very memorable for me, something I'll never forget in my life for as long as I live. Okay, so Yoshibi says, players complain about unique elements all the time. Things can get homogenized, target circle too big, as an example. And sometimes our solutions to that are too extreme. Like that's what happened with the target circle. We ended up making it too big because of a lot of the player feedback. So, we want to shift into robust gameplay. We want there to be new and fresh mechanics, like maybe make a player fight alone, like maybe teleport them off somewhere. They got to deal with it themselves in a raid setting, battle setting. And then Yoshi P says, Zeems, Xenos, and Arthar's over there. And he says their names. And they're like, it's like Zeems and Arthar's have been saying a lot of the content is similar. And I'm sitting here and I see Zeems and Arthar's to my left. And they are both pogging because Senpai noticed. So they're both like, oh, and I am also pogging on their behalf. Because Yoshi P just said Zeems and Arthars have been saying about how the content is similar. And they're both like, what? You should be listening to what was. And it was very exciting. And then, but then, Yoshi P's like, there's been player feedback, like, that job has X action. Why my job don't? Why doesn't my job have action? We want to accommodate, but we don't want to go too far. So we would love to bring uniqueness to individual jobs, but not at the same time as adjusting battle content, because it's going to be so overwhelming to players if it's all at once. Like if we do battle content adjusting plus the job adjusting, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be too hard, straight up. So he said their focus is on the satisfaction of the battle content, and I'll tell you that I talked to Zeems and Arthur's later, and Arthur's was like, we didn't even care like about our question at that point. Senpai knows. He was joking, of course, but I get it. I get it. Uh, Yoshi said that 7.x content updates, they want to bring the new and fresh perspective, which I think is really cool, and that's what we want to hear. So you said, so bringing it back to this question about materia, if we simplify materia, we have to ask ourselves as devs, is this going to contribute to that fulfilling gaming experience or not? We have to be careful of the choices we make, and I respect that so much. Uh, so then the next question, actually, this is the part that made it memorable for me personally. Maybe now you can kind of guess what's about to happen. I have been replaying this moment over in my mind, and I will never forget this. So someone asked the question, how is the game gonna be less single player in Dawn Trail? Like, how will you start to encourage collaborative play? And Yoshi P literally says, oh, Zepla said this, right? And I'm actually sitting about 4 feet in front of Yoshi P. Like, I am literally right in front of him, and he's looking directly into my face. And I felt like I was about to collapse into a neutron star when I heard him say Zepla, because obviously I don't speak Japanese, but I definitely understood Zepla. He's like, oh yeah, Zepla said this, right? And everybody's looking. Didn't Zepla say that Endwalker is the worst expansion I have played? And he said that part in English. He literally said it, and he starts laughing, and then I start laughing, dude. I am laughing my ass off. I have tears in my eyes. Yoshi P is laughing. Everybody's laughing. Everyone's looking at me and pointing at me and laughing, dude. And I'm like, oh no, this isn't real. This isn't real. He's like, yeah, Zepla over here. She said that Endwalker. Yes, yes. And it was like, I guess I don't even know, because I was shaking. I'm crying with laughter. Everybody's laughing, and it was kind of a nice moment, you know. But he did say, I think that we should, you know, when we're talking about these things, try to use some kinder language. And I'm like, yes. Yes. But he's looking at me smiling. And so it was like it was a really, really kind of oddly wholesome moment between me and Yoshi P. And he said, you know, why do you think is the reason why people don't want to play in our MMORPG? And someone's like, because they don't want to play with other people. And he's like, exactly, because they don't want to play with other people. So we wanted to create a foundation to help people join the game if they're hesitant to play an MMO. So that's why it might have felt like you had to wait for what we want to do in Dawn Trail. But we had to build the player base, okay? And now that we did that, we are ready with Dawn Trail to focus on the MMORPG, the MMO part of the RPG. And everybody is just like, it was like, even though we were indoors, it was like the skies parted and the sun rays start shining in here. And I have tears in my eyes from laughter. I'm telling you, dude, this was. Oh, and then Yoshi P says, then he said he wasn't done with me yet. Because I think he also did this because remember earlier I met him and he knows how easily flustered I got. He knows I couldn't even ask him a question because when I went up there, I was trying to take a picture with him. He saw that I'm like the whole time. So I feel like he thought this was very entertaining to put me on the spot like that. But then he's like, we were approaching our next stage of the game. And, you know, Zepla here, he's like, I'm glad Zepla has shared this things with us because if Zepla feels that way,
then I'm sure that there are a lot of other players that feel similarly to her. He actually said Zepla-san's comments. With Zepla-san's comments, we're grateful for it because we're sure that other people also feel that way. That's what he said. So, yeah, what a moment. Uh, what a moment. I'm never gonna forget that for as long as I live. That was really, really special for me because I went through a lot of like, I had a rough year. I had a couple of really rough years, and I'm sure that Yoshi P is well aware of that. And it just, I felt like, and I think we all felt, everybody there felt like we had been heard, that we'd been listened to, and that if there was anything at all that we wanted to ask him or bring up, he would answer it. He would be there for us. Because earlier, whenever he was doing the meet and greet and taking pictures with people, I watched and he stood there and he waited for everybody to be done asking him anything that they wanted to ask. And he did not go away until he made sure that there was nobody else that had anything that they wanted to say. And that means, I mean, that says it all, you know. He did ask. Oh, he didn't answer. But yeah, I can't believe he actually. He actually. Everybody was looking at me and laughing too. So it was all hard questions. Oh, I wrote this down. It says it makes us more happy. We chose this. We did the right thing. Listening to Zepla. Duty support as practice round. This is emotional actually for me reading this back. Pave the way. Eye level sync system fix. Sometimes in raids, eye level gear is not best in slot. I see that at this point in my notes, it's much more difficult to read my handwriting. Yeah, I don't know what just happened. Just changed my handwriting to be almost unintelligible. But it has devolved into a chicken scratch here, I see. You just blame the sugar. Yeah, it was from all those Dawn Trail mocktails that I've had. But everybody was talking about it afterwards. They're like, oh my God. Zepla really called you out. System. Oh, okay. So this was actually an interesting thing that he answered. He was talking about the eye level sync system. And he said that sometimes in raids, someone asked about higher level gear is not always the best in slot when your item levels synced down because the calculations are convoluted. And Yoshi P said that the eye level sync system was created in FF11 by one guy. And we got him to make it for 14.2. He was the first battle director and he programmed it directly. And that guy is still a Giga Chad on the team. And so he's the one that Yoshi P will discuss the system with. Yeah. Next thing. Did Todd ask Yoshi P about midcore is a question that I wrote myself because I think I heard Todd asking him about that in the meet and greet, so I'll have to ask or listen to Todd later. Llama Todd. Question was, is Dawn Trail a new saga? Oh, this was also interesting. Yoshi P said, we will probably sprinkle in foreshadowing. I want to see how players react to the Dawn Trail finale and then gauge where to go from there. Something in 7.0 secret. Okay. He said, I wish I could replicate Emmett Selk and the way he speaks, but we will see what the future holds. Then we'll see what cards to play, which makes complete sense. They're going to see how people like the 7.0 finale. And if people love it, they'll continue. But if people hate it, then they have some other options, basically. And Yoshi P said the next expansion, he hinted at the next expansion. He said, well, Dawn Trail is summer, in summer vacation vibes, right? So maybe the expansion after that, it could be ice in winter. Yeah. Yeah. And this goes along with my personal theory about we're in the new Samsara because it's like the next expansion will be the second expansion in the new Samsara. So it'll be like the Heaven's Word of the new Samsara. You know what I mean? So, after the Q&A, it gets really quiet, and I'm still reeling from what has just transpired. And so is Zeems and Arthurs, because they were also called out specifically. And we're all looking at each other. And then I turn around, because we're looking at Yoshi P. He's straight ahead. This is like a line of computers. I turn around and I look behind me, and I hear Jesse Cox say, well, 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 look who got scolded by the teacher. And everyone's like, Zepla got scolded by the teacher. Yes, and then everybody was bringing up the whole time, which was absolutely hilarious. I was like, wow, Zeppelin, really. I'm like, damn, I know. It was wholesome in the end. I'm glad that we all got to laugh about it together and move on as a family, okay, as a Bun fam. But I'm never going to live that down for as long as I live. So, yeah. You can ask anybody else who was at the Q&A, and they're going to tell you that is exactly what happened. So, after that, that was what a day. What an insane day. What a craziest day in my FF14 life so far. And so then everybody, we're getting ready to leave. I'm still freezing cold. I think I probably did warm up a bit during the Q&A from blushing so much. But afterwards they give us, oh, I can show you what they gave us. A parting gift. You still think my opinion was justified? Well, apparently Yoshi P agrees, because he specifically thanked me for sharing it. So, yeah. Feeling pretty glad that I shared my opinions, though I do think I will try to be more gentle in the future. Oh, another thing Yoshi P said that I just remembered was, he said the devs watch streams regardless of language, regardless of what language it's in. So, be aware of that. And I was glad to hear that. I think that's really good. So this is the bag that they gave me as a parting gift. It's a very nice bag. We got this bag, and we were like, it's kind of like, it reminded us of the Fallout 76 bag when it was good. Like, it's canvas. It's a really nice, sturdy bag. And the bag has inside of it something that I really needed. A hoodie. Because I mentioned that I had been freezing cold this entire time. and they say, "Oh, there's a hoodie in the bag." And I say, "Oh, amazing. I've been so cold this whole time. I can finally have a hoodie." And they're like, "Oh, no, you can't wear it." I'm like, "What?" They said, "You cannot put it on. You cannot wear it. You cannot take it out of the bag." And I'm like, "But," they said, "Yeah, because the embargo. We don't make the rules." And I'm like, "But I'm so cold." And they felt like, I could tell they felt bad because obviously they don't make the rules. And I'm like, "Okay, um, can I wear it inside out? I'll just put it inside out so you can't see the logo." And they're like, "No, no, you can't." So I ended up walking around holding a hoodie and continuing to freeze my buns off for a lot of the time. But it's a very nice hoodie. It's very thick, and it feels like, yeah, it has this lining. Really good. So I'm glad about that. I probably won't need it here in Florida anytime soon. But the other thing in the bag, no, it could not. Well, we could carry the bag around, but they said don't take pictures with the bag, hide it, keep it secret, keep it safe, basically. So this, I guess I can finally put this up behind me now. Might be able to put that there somewhere. But yeah, the Dawn Trail poster that has Erinville on it, which makes it the best Final Fantasy poster so far. Really nice. Other things in the bag, Dawn Trail book, a notebook. Ugh. It's a pencil. Came with it. Well, you can't see it, I think, but it's basically it says Dawn Trail on the pencil. Just an empty notebook, which I love using notebooks, so this is good for me. What else? Oh yeah, this. The USB stick in wood, which is really nice. Oh, it's magnetically shutting too. And the other thing is this. Yeah. This is sick. I'm trying to get it so y'all can see it better. I need to get some close-ups that's not, or you can actually read it normally, but I'll do that in post. How do I open? Oh, there we go. Journey westward towards Tyrol, it says. That's amazing. Really nice. Yeah, it looks great. It's so excellent gifts from the tour. I think that's everything. And of course, the bag itself is extremely nice. I use this as my carry-on. I think I shoved everything I had into this bag on my way back. So then after that, the everybody wanted to hang out, obviously, because it's really exciting to get to meet the other people that do the content creation, because uh, it's awesome. It's like meeting coworkers that you never see, and friends that you never see. and we did not have enough time together at all. I'll show you where after the event, we went to a Korean barbecue place. I have some videos that I took from there. Ooh. This is my first time at a Korean barbecue place. And I had a really hard time here because I'm pescatarian. I don't eat beef. I don't eat chicken. I don't eat pork. I don't eat anything but plants and seafood. So, this, you can see Quasi. It's in front of me. There was some kimchi and stuff. I was drinking beer with Jesse. That's always a good option, beer. If there's nothing else, beer is always a good go-to. Let me show you some better video. What was there? Oh, it was so basically everybody ordered these gigantic bowls of beef, but the beef bowl but the beef bowl start again. But the beef bowl had vegetables in it. So I said, "Oh, that's fine. I'll just pick around it. I'll eat the vegetables. It's potatoes in there? Hell yeah, I'm gonna eat the potatoes off it." So here it is. They were put fire on it, and there's Jesse. Look, he's like, oh my god, that's great. Jesse is a very fun person. I really enjoyed getting a chance to hang out with Jesse because I have a lot in common. Yeah, that's Jesse Cox. Was sitting right across from me. We spent a lot of time together at the tour because he was sitting next to me at the computer lab, and then we were also sitting near each other for the Korean barbecue thing. We just ordered a bunch of beers, and we're chatting about things. Uh, I was also fighting with Jesse over the potatoes on that because honestly, the potatoes that were in this, so everybody's kind of sharing and picking off what they want, and the potatoes on this bowl were banging. The potatoes, I bet, were better than anything else that were on there. And so I was trying to get all the potatoes first. They were delicious. And yeah, I um Jesse, I was like, "Hey Jesse, we should do some D&D. We should play D&D." And he's like, "Yeah, I have a good idea for a D&D game." And he tells me about this type of D&D, this game of D&D that's called Goblin with a Fat Ass. And I laughed so much hearing Jesse describe Goblin with a Fat Ass. I really want to play Goblin with a Fat Ass now because this is exactly. Now you see why I just said, "Oh, I feel like me and Jesse have a lot in common." Well, because this is a real game. I just looked it up. It's actually real. Can you see that? Now be careful Googling goblins with a fat ass, you know. But he was talking about how you basically roll for how big your ass is. And so if you have, like, it's like, how did you get your ass? You roll a 1d6 and it determines your skills. So you might have gotten it from a life of leisure and indolence. You might have gotten it from an accident at Wizard Summer Camp, or you're blessed by an enthusiastic nymph, or you're big natural. So I at the Korean barbecue place with everybody, let me tell you what else. That was also showing up to the Korean barbecue place. That was my first time meeting Mr. Happy in person. And y'all, Mr. Happy is jacked. Like, oh my God, Mr. Happy, he has been hitting the gym. And I was like, oh my God, Mr. Happy, like, you look great. You've got all these muscles. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm not trying to flirt with you. It's like, I know. Because everybody was complimenting Mr. Happy on how amazing he looks. He honestly, real life Giga Chad. I'm really proud of him for being on the grind. But yeah, he looks great. He seems so happy, and I mean, I guess I've interacted with Happy a lot over the years online, but it was my first time getting to actually meet him in person because usually I've been on EU, so that was really exciting and cool. He's a super nice person, and so I also met Crystal there. I met Frosty was there. So many cool people. So many. So after the Korean barbecue place, uh, yeah, after the Korean barbecue, crazy thing happened. Crazy thing happened. So let me tell you about it. uh, okay. I was actually writing notes about it because I was like, I want to remember this for later, and I'm several beers in at this point. I might just have to use my memory. Hold on. I don't see it now. No, what happened? Why isn't it here? Oh, I know what I did. I didn't write it down like there. Okay, I remember. I did write down what happened after it happened because it was so crazy. Mm. Okay, I found it. Okay, so let me show you some other pictures before I get to that too. Oh yeah, here is a picture of everybody at the table. This is a really nice picture, I think, that I want to show you. Uh, oh, it doesn't show up. Well, heck. Oh, I know what to do. I want to show you the pic because it's really cute. Photo of everybody at the table at the Korean barbecue. Yeah. Here's everybody at the table, y'all. It was so great. We all like it was just one of these times where everybody gets along, everybody's excited about the game. We just had this incredible media tour experience, and a lot of us are finally getting to meet and hang out in real life for the first time. Oh, hold on. So you can see there's Jesse, Quasi. This is actually June Bob, Mr. Happy, Frosty, Arthur, Seams, Cider, Crystal, whoops, me, and Llama Todd, all hanging out and just having the best time. It was really tragic how little time we actually had to hang out. It was wonderful. So after that, we go to the taxi, and the people in the taxi that I'm in it's me, Crystal, Cider, and Frosty. Yes, those are the people in the taxi in the Uber. Now this is a story worth telling because
it got it was probably one of the most memorable Uber rides I have ever been in my life. And this is also my first time meeting Frosty in person, which was no, it wasn't. I think it was. Actually, maybe it was. Actually, yes, it was. It was. It was. So it was really cool to meet Frosty too. I was also really excited to meet Frosty and Crystal, all these people that I love inside her. So we get in the Uber and we're all trying to go back to the hotel so we can hang out a little bit more. And the Uber driver is like, "Hey y'all, you know, I haven't had that good of a day. You know what? I think this might be my last Uber ride." He says it like that. And we all look at each other like, "Oh shit, like, are we gonna die? Is this okay? Like, are we gonna be safe?" Yes. And so we're all looking at each other like, "Oh no." What? Yeah, that's the last thing you want to hear. Yeah, is this about to be our last Uber ride as well? And the guy's just like, "Yeah, you know, these people getting in my car, they're so stupid and they're so rude." And I'm like, "Tell me about it. Tell me about it, sweetie." So I'm like, "Okay, I am now going to I'm gonna try to fix the situation. I'm gonna help him out." I'm like, "Just tell me about the last person that was in the car. Why were they so terrible?" And he was telling us about how stupid they were. And then he starts telling us these stories about people that he's hated driving around. And it's actually hilarious. The guy's like, "Yeah, so people get in my car, they say the dumbest shit. I had these two ladies get in my car in Huntington Beach, and can't believe what they said to me. They said, 'Excuse me, does the wind blow here?' Does the wind blow here? What do you think this is? The godforsaken lands where the wind. Why would I know about that? Where do you think you are? It's Earth. Yeah, the wind blows. Stupid people get in my car." And I'm like, wow, yeah, what an idiot. Wow, they were dumb. They were dumb. And I'm like, "Well, tell me about another one." I'm trying to keep him happy. Yeah, I'm trying to keep him talking. Then he's like, "Well, I had these guys vomit on my seats recently." And I'm sitting next to Crystal in the back seat. And I'm like, we both look at each other like, we're sitting on vomit seats. And we're like, "Oh God, we're in this together. We're in this together." And then he's like, "Then this woman pissed on my seats." Then he's talking about a woman that pissed on his seats. And he said, "That woman pissed on my seats." And again, me and Crystal are like, we're sitting on the piss and vomit seat. And the guy says, "And after she did that, can you believe she gave me a 1-star rating?" And it's awkward. But then Frosty's in the front seat. And Frosty says, "Wow, sounds like a piss poor rider." And it's complete silence. And I try to hold in my laugh for as long as I can. Because it's hilarious. It's hilarious. And there's this long silence where we're like, "Oh my God." And then finally, after what feels like forever, the driver finally says, he looks at Frosty and says, "Thank you for that." And then he starts telling some of his other stories about like other stupid people that he's had to deal with in his life. And he's like, "I used to work at a theater, you know, and one time I had a lady ask me, 'Can I get an icy? But can I get it not cold?'" God, the guy hates people. Yeah. So, yeah. Uh, I'm trying to think of the other things that he said, but I think he said that he wants to stop being an Uber driver and start writing comedy. And I was really trying to encourage him to go down that path instead of terrifying people as soon as they get in the car. So by that point, we get out at the hotel, we leave, and we all. I walk into the hotel lobby, and who do I see standing in the lobby? But Sly, aka Gray Fox. I see Sly, and now Sly is someone that I have considered to be a good friend for years. But I've never got a chance to meet Sly in person. But I have like, I love Sly, and I was so excited as soon as I recognized Sly. I run up to Sly, and it's like Sly actually picked me up. I mean, I'm a small person, but Sly's like, Zap is picks me up, and I'm in the air for I don't know how long. I'm so happy to see Sly. It was wonderful. And then after that, we all went to a lot of us, I think almost everybody went to Sly's hotel because he had some bourbon in his room, and we all sipped on bourbon and chatted for as long as we could. But this was the point when we all started to feel really sad because it's like 11:30. We know that the next group of people has to get up early to go to their media tour day the next day, and we know that we're not going to be able to hang out for very much longer. And it was really, really sad. Like we got precious little time together. Like Happy and Crystal, they were on the second day. So I couldn't spend a lot of time. And to spend as much time as I could, we had some laughs. And before you know it, it was over. It was really hard. It was really hard to say goodbye to everybody. But yeah, that was it. I think that was the whole thing. And they're trying to remember, like go through my mind and see if there was anything else. Happy was there in Sly's hotel room. A bunch of people were there. And Happy told this hilarious story about a bidet. You're gonna have to ask him that story. I don't want to tell the bidet story. Uh, that's Happy's story to tell. And that was it. It was a wonderful time. It was a good time. I got to meet a bunch of people that I've admired. I got to make some, well, reinforce friendships that had been online, and now they're real life friendships too. And I just can't wait for the next time we can all hang out together. I wish we'd gotten a little bit more time together, but I think that we absolutely made the most of the time that we had. So that's what matters. Yeah, I had a blast. You love the vivid stories. Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, it was I'll never forget it. Now, afterwards went back, and then I couldn't say anything, and now we've just been working on the media tour videos for the last few days. So the next media tour video that I'm gonna have out is the Pictomancer video, and that should be out hopefully tonight or tomorrow. It's very big. It's like 22 minutes long or something. But yeah. I think it's great that all these online relationships become more tangible and real with events like this. Yeah, I think so. Uh, who are you the most surprised about to see in person? Only maybe Happy, just because he's so jacked. I didn't expect. Maybe that. I got a chance to talk to Quasi a bit, and Quasi is so nice. He's such a nice. Everybody is so nice. Like the content creators for this game are the most wonderful people. Oh wait, there was something else that I completely forgot to tell you about the hotel. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you this about the hotel. Nobody could sleep for very long in the hotel because there was protests going on outside, and I actually recorded some of this for you to hear because it was crazy loud, and it started every day at like 7 a.m. Sharp. This is a recording from the hotel room that I was in. They had a drum. Everybody could hear it. It woke up everybody every day. It was, I don't know what it was about, but it wasn't on the street. It was like at the hotel. I think it was someone protesting the hotel. That's what I've heard. I heard that it was people protesting the hotel, not anything. Yeah, it was super loud every morning, and that was pretty rough. Oh, and yeah, I did manage to finally give Seems his birthday present. Like I had to give it to him like at the last minute because he wasn't there that at the Sly's hotel room. Like I think he went to bed because I think he had an early flight. So I had to drop it off on my way out. So I don't know if he liked his praline. I want to know if he ate it, if he liked it. But he seemed to be really appreciative of the gift. I'm really glad I could get him something. I think he probably had the best birthday ever to have it there at the media tour. But yeah, that's it. That's everything I think I have to share about my media tour adventure. But if other things pop up, I'm sure I'll just let you know as we are, in the next few days and weeks as I'm streaming. But overall, it was really positive, and it was positive for lots of different reasons, like for meeting people that are friends now, and for the game, feeling positive about the game, talking to Yoshi P, having Yoshi P literally directly speak to me, and kind of felt like we've moved. I don't know. I don't want to say like moved on, but I'm glad we got to laugh about that together and just like feel like we're all in this together. We all love this game so much, and we all care about the game being good and fun and being engaging. We're all on the same page about this. Everybody. So excited. Really looking forward to now. I really want to look at all of the media tour, other people's media tour videos and footage. I'm curious to see what other people think about these jobs. Yeah. It was awesome. Okay, well, I am probably going to start like watching people's media tour videos and things tomorrow, because I slept for about 4 hours last night. I've been up all night, and I went to bed at 7 a.m. and then I got up at about 9 or 10. So I'm probably gonna go get some rest, and I'll probably see y'all in the morning. Yeah. I want to see all the interviews and everything, but I'm probably going to start doing that in the morning. For now, I just really wanted to tell you the story of my experience, and because it was cool. It was really cool. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Do stay tuned to my YouTube channel, Zepla HQ, for my media tour videos. I have 3 videos out, and there should be another 1 or 2 on the way very, very soon, like the next couple of days. Yep, I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Bye. Bye. Bye.